Hello and welcome to today's extensive video, which will raise plenty of questions and I will offer several answers as well. It's called Crash Tariffs. We had seen quite a reversal in S&P 500 and some other indices and other markets as well. So let's dive into this and see what it means for us going forward. You know pretty well that the best thoughts and real-time thoughts as to what I'm doing are reserved for clients, whether they are daily analytics ones or intraday ones, ideally combined, because we do a lot of work with time behind the scenes and you are getting a lot of alpha delivered, whether you are glued to our Twitter feeds, YouTube channel or my site. But remember that the greatest value is always reserved for premium clients who actually support our work. Let's dive into yields. My call for this week had been that they would not be making any kind of progress in interfering with the stock market price action. And it's true, yields per se did not do that. Monday's drop was entirely attributable to the shake-up caused by DeepSeek and the business implications. I've been covering that throughout the week, what it means for individual tickers, be it in tech, semiconductors, or communications. I've talked as well Amazon. So plenty of winners and reselections within the stock market and what it means for democratization of AI, a lower barrier to entry and pay to play, because one does not need the latest array of GPUs, but other solutions are available, and as always it's not as easy as the basement solution that the low-cost solution that DeepSeek had been offering, and it's neither the top grade only latest GPUs that Nvidia had been selling. It's somewhere in between, and markets have been discovering that, and I've been presenting to clients what it means for the stock market, for semiconductors, compare how cloud has been doing over the last couple of days, and there you see it, which way markets are interpreting that. So yields have not stood in the way of equities, but we have seen quite interesting moves there as well. But what about the bond market as such? Have junk corporate bonds reversed and moved lower on a permanent basis from here, or is it just a one-day knock? Examine the volume, examine the drivers. We had seen a kind of confirmed, Reuters confirmed rumor, news, call it whatever you want, about Canada and Mexico tariffs and not kicking in right away. And lo and behold, they did. What happened since? How steep was the selling? Which sectors were beaten down the most? Is there any consistent message that we can glean from that? These are all the questions that I am raising and answering for clients. Have a look at what precious metals had been looking like at the onset of Friday. Steep upswing caught and some kind of digestion of those gains for Friday as well. Did we see it unfold? Yes, we did. What about oil, where I called for a distinct close beneath $73 for West Texas? Did we get it? Exactly, we got it. What lies ahead? What about the burst of late session buying in oil? Will it last? What's the driver? Again, answers reserved for premium clients. Have a look at the US dollar. At the start of the week, I was saying that the path lower would not be in a straight line. Have we reached the top? Do we go all the way to the technical target of 112, 113? Remains to be seen. Same goes for merely making a double top. Did we rise on Tariff's announcement? Yes, we did. Was it retraced somewhat? That's also true. Will the tariffs, for how long will the tariffs situation last? Will a solution, pardon me, be found, and would it send the dollar lower? What would be the effect on the US trade balance when the new admin was sworn in? Is it going to be remedying itself? What would be the path to remedying it? Would tariffs help? Would a negotiated solution help? Is it going to be reached next week, next month? Or for how long would these countercurrents be playing out? These are all very volatile and news-driven moves. So it pays to benefit greatly from the intraday updates and following closely what is happening hour by hour, minute by minute in the markets, because as you had seen Friday, this situation changes very, very fast. This is the gold chart that I had been talking about a while ago. We saw partial reversal lower. Is the volume strong enough to force a lasting reversal? Had been miners knocked down considerably more? Was silver following in sympathy? Is it a start of a longer lasting sideways consolidation or not really? Very valid questions to ask and to answer in the upcoming analysis. Crude oil. Here is the close that we got. What about Exxon reporting? Guiding. Very well, it's a cash machine. Fine. But was the stock sold off heavily? Exactly. What does it tell you about the crude oil price? Where will it end up on Monday? Which technical retracement level am I looking at where buyers can stop? All depends upon the tariffs uncertainty and economic growth potential, how these potentials, economic growth differentials, how these potentials for growth at various economic regions around the world gets redistributed through tariffs. 25% is fine, 10% sounds like fun, but don't underestimate the importance of Chinese tariff, which might be even higher than what is 25% for Mexico. And consider what's the leading Canadian export, one of the leading ones. Is it crude oil, heavy oil? Yes, exactly. So there you go with the answer as to why oil surged towards the close. Not only we get monthly closing prices, but I like the weekly perspectives a bit more because this does reveal somewhat more as regards market breadth. Are we seeing negative divergences? Yes. Is the uptrend in jeopardy? Is it in need of a reset? Can it take some time longer for priming to the upside, and how does the percentage of stocks trading above the lower periods of moving averages look like? Is it good enough for a rebound? Which sectors could lead? What lessons could we get from this daily chart? Was the spike high enough in market breadth? Will it be reversed fast? Was it a case of late day panic? Who was buying? Who was selling? Look at the sectors. Is there a consistent message that is being conveyed? Apart from, I would say, and for those of you patient who had been watching all the way through this point, I would say that the baby was thrown out with the bathwater. And of course, that carries implications as to where I'm seeing some kind of notable support levels, whether these are going to hold, or what would the thinly traded Globex session before Monday's opening bell in the US tell us. You know pretty well my join page, which helps you select the right publication based on what and how you trade. Thank you for all your actual support in bringing you the valuable content, especially to premium clients who are served always first. My professional journey, you know pretty well, and obligatory disclaimer, and have a beautiful weekend.